Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Hope the week is treating you well. Just give me a sec to play around with my mic because, the computer does not seem to be registering my mic. Okay, wait, I think I know what's going on. Give me a sec now. Here we go. That should be a little bit better now. Okay, my mic's working properly. Righty ho, let's see who's in the podcast. 120 of you in here already. Hit that thumbs up button, folks. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't. Karen, Harry just finished his speech, and I have not managed to watch it because I've been running around doing so many things. Doing so many things today. I'm absolutely gutted that I did not get to see it, but I do still have a normal day-to-day life, but I needed to come on and just do a podcast now, or else I knew that I wasn't going to be able to do one for the rest of the day. So sorry, I cannot give any feedback on Harry's speech just now. But yeah, I will perhaps get us up to date with that tomorrow. But I've seen the pictures. He's wearing like a navy dark suit and like a blue tie, and this was the global initiatives speech at the Clinton Global Initiative Summit. I think it was the panel on everything everywhere all at once. Is that right, Karen? And he was also talking about Archwell's Parents Network. So yeah, that's online if you want to go and have a watch of that. That did just finish, but I just didn't get a chance to see it. But I had read the program, so it sounds like it was a very interesting one. But let's get up to speed on what I didn't manage to get us up to speed with yesterday. And incredible pictures coming out from New York of Harry just looking so sharp. That is the current head of the WHO. And he also met with other representatives and also survivors of trafficking and abuse, and government leaders from Sweden, Colombia, Zimbabwe, Georgia, Canada, Iceland, Brazil, and the UK to discuss the urgent issue in an intimate event hosted by Director General Mr. Tedros. I'm not even going to try and say his second name. I think that's, I'm not going to try and say his second name, but this guy right here. I'd rather not say someone's name than butcher it. But he's the head of the World Health Organization. And, Harry just looks so confident. I mean, he always looks confident, but it's a different kind of confidence when you know that you have that freedom to just be who you want to be and do what you want to do. You're not held on any puppet strings. And it's just glowing. So there was this meeting that they had. There was also this one for Africa Parks, a call to Africa Parks. As part of New York Climate Week, Prince Harry participated in an exclusive event hosted by African Parks, and this showcased the transformative work of the organization. Some great pictures here with different representatives, and also all of this, by the way, is on Archwell. If you want to actually have all the nice HD pictures and stuff, have a look at those. Obviously, I'm posting them on the Duchess of Success social media accounts, but best place to go is obviously the Archwell website. So if you want to read all of this in detail, please go over to the Archwell website. But this was posted on the Concordia Summit Instagram. They said, in making the announcement in New York at the Concordia Annual Summit, African Parks Network CEO Peter Fernhead said African Parks is leading a $1 billion initiative to scale conservation efforts across the continent. We have committed to managing 30 of Africa's most critical protected areas by the end of the decade. And obviously, Prince Harry sits on that panel. There was also this meeting at the Concordia. Sorry, no, this isn't the Concordia Summit. Oh, is it? Yes, sorry, it is. There was also this meeting at the Concordia Summit. This was to do with the Diana Foundation, and they spoke to young people. And actually, at the height of this particular live, there was almost 14,000 people actually watching the live. That's 14,000 people. Incredible, the eyes that this has pulled in. And all of these organizations, they're seeing this. They're seeing the numbers. Let's take a listen. Here's an audio of what they were saying. Here we go.
Really make a change. That is how we can really make a change. And to listen to us is not enough. To act on us would be even better.
Perfect. I think again, it's not the two of you up here representing your entire generation at this point. But every single one of you has a passion project that you are focused on. But one of the reasons why I think we are here today is because of mental health, right? And the fact that it affects every single one of us from top to bottom, from the youngest to the oldest. And I think you guys you're leading the charge in hopefully being able to break down the stigma, to be able to continue these conversations. But when you talk to this room and to the audience and say, act on what we're saying, it's not just from you guys, it's from the whole entire generation. Because so many people are looking for solutions, and the fact of the matter is, there are solutions to all of these issues. And I applaud you, for certainly at your age, to be on this stage, to have the confidence that you do, and to be able to speak as clearly and as passionately as you do. And I know that my mum would be incredibly proud of you guys, not just you, but all of the award winners. And Tessa, you've been in this for a very long time, so thank you for that as well. But the way that you do it, your activism, your compassion, those two things are
amazing. And to actually get young people involved and, standing on these stages and speaking, not just, people who run these organizations with all the best will in the world, that they can become very detached from the real issue. So you need people who are living and breathing this issue to also come and speak, and a range of people from different backgrounds, different age groups, putting in their 2 cents. So there was that. I hope you the audio was clear enough for you to hear. Also, he met Queen is that Matilda of Belgium, looking very lovely in red. A lot more lovely than this person over here. Sorry to be petty, but it was just such an easy segue. This was Camilla the other day. I don't know what type of fabric this is. Is this velvet? Because the only thing that can give that type of sheen, especially at night with the flash, is either velvet or some kind of plastic. Just, oh my goodness. I've actually seen Camilla, dare I say, look a lot better more recently. So I don't know what this is. It looks like someone grabbed a pair of curtains and threw them on, and then with the shiny tights as well. I don't know what is going on over here. But this lady, this queen over here, the one over in Belgium, she most definitely has style. Okay, other things that I wanted to mention. Yes, karma is coming in for the fools and the haters. Eamon Holmes, this guy. Eamon Holmes, once upon a time, sometime back in 2022, to be more precise, said that Harry and Meghan should be thrown off a balcony at the Jubilee, at the Jubilee. Later that year, in late October, he had to have spinal surgery, and then weeks later, he fell down the stairs and had to have another operation. The person who said Harry and Meghan should be thrown off the balcony fell down the stairs after a spinal surgery. He is now, fast forward to 2024, divorced. He had the tax man coming after him, had to sell his home, and now the wife, Ruth Langsford, she has removed the stair lift from the marital home, so he cannot get upstairs. Levels of petty. Karma knows everybody's address, and it is now at Eamon Holmes's place. It's actually now in the house, and he no longer has his stair lift to go up the stairs because the ex-wife wants to be petty, and she can be as petty as she wants. For the last time, to the haters, keep Harry and Meghan out of your mouths, because karma is coming for all of you. Also, I have not listened to this. I will do at some point, but there is a podcast called Media Storm. And they did this episode called What the Media Won't Say About the Monarchy. Prince Harry's 40th birthday, Kate Middleton back at work, and another dramatization of that Prince Andrew interview. Oh yes, I believe that. Is it Hulu? Or who is it that's done another dramatization of the Andrew interview? I don't know, because I don't have that. The only streaming service I have is Netflix, so I'm not going to pay for another streaming service just to watch that. And it looks like a busted down version of the Netflix scoop anyway. But there is another dramatization of that. Headlines about the royals are frequent front pages, but is this actually news? The monarchy is given a fairly easy ride in the media, rarely questioned, often praised, history erased. But why don't editorial guidelines about due impartiality apply to the royal family when 40% of Brits disagree with its existence? This week's storyteller, Kelechi Okafor, and Dr. Lucy Clancy, who wrote Running the Firm, How the Monarchy Manages Its Image and Our Money, join us to talk about monarchy in the media. How much money does the taxpayer spend on the monarchy? What is the actual job of a royal correspondent, and why are they still called Miss England or Mr. Diamond or Miss Bond, and what actually happened during Elizabeth II's empire? So that sounds like an interesting listen. But on the topic of the monarchy and money, the Not My King folks, they have now come out and they're saying, the Republic group this is, that the monarchy actually costs 510 million. So this is almost 5 times more than what we are told. So let's have a read of this. I believe this is posted on the BBC. So the real cost of the royal family to taxpayers is 510 million a year, nearly 6 times more than the 86 million of state funding from the annual sovereign grant anti-monarchy campaigners claim. The Republic Group says its higher total includes other factors such as security, not counted in the sovereign grant, which it estimates as 150 million. Now, before I continue, do you all remember when Sophie was speeding through London, hit an old nanny who actually later died? And there's also been other examples of lesser royals like Anne going through London with, multiple security guards, motorcades, when I don't believe that that there's any threat towards these minor royals that they would need that level of security, because that all costs more. And I also believe that a lot of these funds should not even be spent anyway. But I do believe that money is being mismanaged. Hugely mismanaged. Because there was no reason for Sophie, who nobody is checking for, to be speeding through London at such a high speed with a whole motorcade to the point where they hit someone. Anyway, the article goes on to say, how can we talk about cutting the winter fuel allowance while wasting £500 million on the royals? Said Republic's Chief Executive Graham Smith? That is a very good question. It's a very controversial topic right now because we've got the prospect of elderly people who may not be able to afford to heat their homes in winter. Keeper of the Privy Purse, Sir Michael Stevens, who looks after the King's financial affairs, has previously spoken of the determination to deliver value for money in royal finances. You need £500 million to... Why does it cost £500 million to get these people to show up and smile and wave? And that's what you're telling us is the value for money? But you wanted to scream at Meghan, who was prepared to get up at all hours of the early morning to actually put in the work. You wanted to sabotage Meghan, who actually had work ethic. And you're sitting here talking about value for money when these lot just show up and give a smile and a wave here and there. William's favourite thing to do, as we all know.
I'm sorry we can only come and give words and comfort, but we are thinking about you the whole time and we really care about what's going on. So
sometimes it's lots more than financial.
Yeah. Well, if we can give you the odd smile here and there, that's important. So, you know.
Anti-monarchists argue that in debates about public spending and tight finances, then the full picture of royal funding needs to be recognised. The biggest extra hidden cost claimed by Republic is for security for the royals, which isn't part of the calculation of the sovereign grant. That's actually quite interesting. I did not know that. Which covers spending such as staffing, travel, and upkeep of royal buildings. Upkeep that could partially be paid for, or maybe even in full, if you opened the royal buildings when they're not being used. And a lot of them aren't being used. You can have the royals stay in smaller housing and open up all of the other spaces for the public. The anti-monarchy campaign group says the government should provide an accurate figure for the costs of royal security, but in the absence of an official figure, the report estimates that 150 million is a likely cost, which they've based on press reports of security costs. The anti-monarchy group's 510 million total also includes lost income to taxpayers. This includes 99 million from the property businesses of the duchies of Lancaster and Cornwall, with a reporting saying that should go to the public purse rather than the funding of the King and the Prince of Wales. A further 69 million could be raised in revenue from royal residences if they were used for commercial purposes, the claims report. Exactly. I would even say that would bring in even more money. Other hidden costs claimed by the report include spending on royal visits by local authorities. Yes, we actually have to pay to have them come and show up and smile and wave. Republic attacks the current funding for the royals as opaque and secretive, and a scandalous abuse of public money. The head of state should have running costs of 5 to 10 million a year, it says, and the king should have an annual salary of 819,000, with increases pegged to that of the Prime Minister. Buckingham Palace has declined to comment on the report. And actually, that figure that Republic have given, that would actually be in line with some of the European royals in other countries. Buckingham Palace has declined to comment on the report. Of course they would. But the latest accounts for the sovereign grant published in July show state funding for the royal household will remain at 86.3 million for 2024 to 2025 and rise to 132 million in 2025 to 2026. Why? For what reason do we need to spend more than what we're spending now? When Harry and Meghan have left, the Queen has passed away. Charles and Camilla combined, I don't even think, do half of what the appearances that the Queen did when she was alive. William and Kate have cut their appearances significantly. And I don't ever think we'll see them, as Kate especially, doing as many appearances as she was before she disappeared for her treatments. And it's not like she was doing a whole lot even before then. So why is it increasing? Andrew doesn't do any engagements anymore. Anne is always running up and down, but apparently she's out 365 days a year, but no one can tell me what she does. Edwina and Sophie, nobody's interested. They clearly all hate doing overseas tours, so why not just stop those? I cannot see any reason why it would cost more. Unless that extra money is to account for a divorce. The level of funding is calculated against the profits of the Crown estate, with next year's rise reflecting increased income from offshore wind farms. Ah, so that's where it's coming from. But why isn't that money going back to the public? You don't own the sea. Nobody should own the sea. It should go back to the general public, those profits. This is now the third year for which the sovereign grant has not increased by one single penny. Despite the supplementary costs incurred by the change of reign, and despite the double-digit inflationary pressures that have impacted on goods and services for all organizations in that same period, Mr. Michael said earlier this year, that of course he would say that. There is such lack of transparency when it comes to royal funds that I don't believe anything these people say. Anywho, let's see what y'all are saying. Rhonda, you said, dang, that's tough. Trapped downstairs in your own house. Exactly. That's tough for Eamon Holmes. Oh, that other documentary is on Netflix? No, it can't be on Netflix because Scoop was on Netflix. That's the Netflix version. Oh, it's on Prime. Is it on Amazon Prime, Donna? Yes, that's the budget version of whatever it was that Netflix did. Oh, Emily Mantis actually produces this version? That's interesting because the lady who played Emily Mantis in the Netflix version, and I've seen the trailers. I've seen the trailer for the new one, but I watched the Netflix version. The Emily Mantis in that one actually looked like Emily Mantis. Yeah, £510 million. According to Republic, this is their estimate, what they're putting out. Doesn't go into detail how they calculated everything. But obviously they are a anti-monarchy group, so they would want to have headlines as dramatic as possible. But would it surprise me if it was a lot more than what we know? No, of course not. Joan Commonwealth, you said, not even a full smile, just a little one here and there. And she can't keep their smiles. It's not even genuine. Exactly. An ungenuine smile here and there. Yes, Benjamin, the rules regarding living in stately homes are a bit archaic. While we've got a homelessness crisis going on. The homelessness crisis that William claims to be solving. Case Bernard and County said the royal bubble is about to burst. The absolute nonchalant greed displayed by these inbreds is disgraceful. Brits need to wake up and deal with the nonsense. The British royal family are parasites. Republic would definitely argue that point. Yes, Church Nelly, where is all that money going? Kate isn't even wearing coat dresses anymore. So where is that money going? This is meant to be the slim down, Ozempic, snatch waist, Kim K detox tea monarchy. But we're spending more money. And then they're claiming that, the extra money is coming from, profits from somewhere else. But those profits could be going back to the general public. Okay. Next thing. What else did I want to mention today? I thought that this had already wrapped up, but I guess maybe the actual files are now out in the public to see. But just an update on the whole Heritage Foundation thing. The government argued that Prince Harry has a privacy interest that outweighed any public interest in his immigration records and has therefore withheld them. The court agrees. So Harry's visa status will remain sealed, and the Heritage Foundation show is now officially over. absolutely embarrassing for the Heritage Foundation. I'm not embarrassed. This is really embarrassing because you claim to be a so-called Heritage Foundation focused on American heritage or conservative values or whatever it is, and you're wasting time going after Prince Harry's visa status and his visa records and immigration records. Ridiculous. I hope all those people who donated to the Heritage Foundation are rethinking any future donations, because this is what they waste their time doing. There's definitely some people, dodgy people behind this foundation, and actually, I won't even call it a foundation, this scam organization, and I think they too will be exposed sooner or later. Okay, what else did I want to mention? Oh yes, I don't know if I showed these. Some more pictures of Harry out and about in New York. That is James Holt looking very happy that he chose the right side instead of being miserable in those castle walls. And there was another picture that I wanted to show you with, did I maybe not upload it? There's a picture of Harry with Will Poulter, I believe his name is. He was quite a well-known activist. Anyway, I don't think I had that one, but there's this one. I don't actually know who these are by. I don't think these are by Miss Anne, because usually when we see black and white pictures, it's Miss Anne. But I looked at his Instagram and I haven't seen him claim these. But that picture where Harry is looking at a phone, I love that picture. That's probably one of my favorites so far. He's actually FaceTiming Meghan and the kids. So sweet. Always thinking about and sorry folks. Always thinking about and close to his family. And you want to convince me that this man wants to go back to misery in the UK? Absolutely not. And also some backstage shots at the Concordia Summit. So there's that. And also this one of him out and about in the rain. Still looking very stylish. And okay, I think those were actually the main stories that I wanted to go through. I will update you on what was said at Harry's speech earlier today. Tomorrow, I'm sure Baron will, probably before I do. But just so far, a sparkling 2 days for Harry. And I think this quote here that I saw sums it up. Now, this is Gina Zapanta. She's actually a friend of Mama Doria's. She posted, reminder, you don't have to keep toxic people in your life. Yes, even if they're family, friends, or colleagues, don't sacrifice your happiness for others' approval. If someone is preventing your growth or happiness, cut them off. They might judge you, but it's your life, not theirs. Choose you. You hold the power. Freaking men. Choose you. You hold the power. And just to think that if Harry and Meghan had stayed, they wouldn't be doing all the amazing things that they're doing now. And they wouldn't be surrounded by all the love that they're surrounded by now. There was also an update on Clever Blends and Meghan's business savvy. In an interview for Clever Blends, this is the latte brand that Meghan invested in, co-founder Hannah Mendoza shared how the functional latte brand launched in 2019 grew to 8 figures in revenue with 518% 3-year growth rate, ranking 984th on the 2024's Inc. 5000 list. Meghan was their first investor. She invested in the company in 2020 and immediately helped to boost its visibility. Initially focused on direct-to-consumer sales to refine product fit markets, the brand expanded into retail, launching in 819 Target and 100 and 33 Whole Foods locations this year. That is phenomenal for any brand that is so new. That is insane. And having Meghan attached to the brand obviously helped to boost them. And they have not only expanded in terms of where they're available, but also all the different flavors that they have out now and mixes. I mean, incredible. The Meghan effect is indeed real. I mean, one of their biggest issues is actually trying to forecast not running out of stock. Imagine that being your issue. And then imagine having someone like Meghan to help you fix such issues. And they want us to believe her and Meghan are struggling. Nonsense. All right. I'm going to wrap things up. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who has bought the e-version of my book. That is currently on Amazon, and I can confirm I will actually be getting the hardback out a lot sooner than I thought it would. I thought it would take like an extra month, but that problem was resolved. So both paperback and hardback will be available October 4th. I know that most of you, I think, are waiting for the paperback and the hardback and the audio. But thank you to everyone who has bought the ebook so far. And it's actually slowly creeping up the charts in Canada. I had quite a few people from Canada purchase it, and from the US and a couple from the UK. So shout out to Canada squaddies. It actually creeped up to number 42 in Royal Biographies in the Canadian store. So many thanks. And somebody actually left this message that I wanted to read out. They said, Duchess of Success, congratulations on a well-written book. Thank you so much. I am truly impressed as to how you've used your platform to create something beautiful and engaging out of all the negativity in our media world. And, you know, when I started this platform, it wasn't really a royal day-to-day news platform. It was like more life lessons inspired by Meghan. So I'm so glad that I've been able to kind of take the spirit of how this channel started and put it into something that will inspire people in the end. Thank you for sharing your lessons and your observations on all that was thrown at Meghan. I downloaded your book today. Thank you so much. And I haven't put it down. Glad to hear that you liked it. Did you send a copy of the book to the Duchess of Sussex? I have absolutely no contact with Meghan or anyone in Meghan's circle for me to be able to send her a book. I don't know. Maybe the book will eventually go into wider distribution. So if anybody from Godmother's bookstore out there is listening, or you've got a bookstore in Montecito, you will be able to order it for your shop in a few weeks. So maybe somehow it will, creep its way over to Montecito somehow. You said, I would love to buy 5 books for you to give to anyone that can't afford one. Please let me know how I can proceed with this quest. Once again, thank you for the book and all the best for the future. Thank you so much to that person. I will respond to you with my email. And thank you so much for offering to buy some books for some people. We will talk via email and try to sort that out. Thank you so much for your offer. All right, with that said, I'll just end with the comments and then we will wrap things up. And, as always, if you want more, detailed insight on just what's been happening on the day-to-day, go to the Art Trial website. They post everything there along with really nice photos. Yeah, incredibly proud of Clever Blends. Let me make my honey lavender matcha now. Oh, they have that. Carter, you said you just listened to Harry at the Concordia Summit. Oh, the Clinton initiative on the Archworld Parent Program. Excellent speech. I know. I'm going to go listen to it once I've finished my errands for the day. Monarchy, you said, isn't Heritage Foundation also the same institution that is Trump's Project 2025? Indeed it is. Well, they're linked to it. Okay, it's burner account. You said, I really feel like Harry has his green card. That's why the Heritage Foundation harassment crusade came to an abrupt halt. That, and I just, what the court said. It's not in the public's interest to know. Good day to you too, Dorothy. Let's see what else. Dorothy said, I like the kids are his lock screen on his phone. I wouldn't expect anything less. Yes, cookies and cream. Harry and Meghan are flourishing. And Holt, why everyone, I am late. You are not late, Anne. You can always watch the replay. No such thing as lateness here. Oh, thank you so much for buying the book in Belgium. Sorry, I don't yet have foreign translations, but they will be coming slowly. Joe Patterson waiting for the hard copy. It is coming. Also, if you do get the hard copy, I couldn't actually decide whether or not I wanted a slightly smaller size or a bigger one. So I went for the 5.5 times 8.5. If you get the hard copy and you think that is too small, let me know. And if enough people are like, it might be better to go for a bigger one, like 6 times 9 inches instead. I would actually love to know your feedback about the feel of the book, because I was considering going for a slightly bigger version for the hard copy. But you will let me know, because if enough people think that the hard copy should be a little bit bigger, I might change the size. Oh, thank you so much, Angelina. Thank you everyone who's supporting the book. I really do hope that it fills you with joy and inspiration. All right, folks, I'm going to leave things there. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we will catch up with what Harry has been getting up today, tomorrow. Ciao. Thank you to Black Queen for the 3 coffees, and also thank you to Kelly Jen for the 5 coffees. Very generous of you. Thank you. I only just saw it now, so I didn't see it in the live.